Lesson 5a, the circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system or the vascular system. This is an extensive organ system that circulates blood throughout the body, and in doing so, transports nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, water, and waste to and from the cells of the body. The human circulatory system is said to be a closed system, which means that the blood is contained in a system of tubes, and only specific components are permitted to leave the tubes. This sort of system usually has a pump to push the blood through the tubes. In humans, the heart creates most of the pressure to move blood through the system. Each minute, a person's entire 5 to 6 liters of blood volume will pass through the heart. Each day, your heart will beat approximately 10,000 times, and over an average lifetime, it will beat approximately 2.5 billion times. The tubes that carry the blood are called blood vessels, and there are 3 to look at: arteries, veins, and capillaries. If these blood vessels were to be removed and stretched out into one long tube, it would roughly be 161,000 kilometers of tubes, or 4 times the circumference of Earth. Arteries are blood vessels that take blood away from the heart. Most of the time, these will carry oxygen-rich blood to the cells of the body, having already visited the lungs. These vessels are comprised of 3 layers. The outer is a connective tissue, which anchors it to nearby tissues. The inner is a thick muscular layer to handle the pressure of the beating heart. And finally, the inner smooth muscle layer. Blood traveling through the heart is driven by the beating heart, which creates a huge pressure on the blood arteries each time it pumps, sort of like the pressure created on the end of a balloon when you squeeze it tightly. You can detect this pressure by feeling for one's pulse. The middle muscle layer of the arteries prevents it from rupturing due to pressure increases, as well as allowing for the diameter to increase and decrease to control blood pressure and blood loss. Veins return blood to the heart. Although they are comprised of the same tissue layers as arteries, they are often thinner walled with large diameter openings and include valves. Due to the fact that the vessels are so far down the path away from the heart, they do not experience the same high pressure as arteries do. So a thick muscular wall is not necessary. Without the pressure created from the beating heart, blood will return to the heart through the contraction of neighboring muscles, which milks the blood back towards the heart. To help with blood flow through the veins, they also have valves to prevent backflow of blood downwards. Capillaries are the blood vessels that are found in between blood arteries and veins. These blood vessels are very narrow, allowing for a single row of red blood cells to travel through it, and they're very thin-walled so that nutrients and waste can easily diffuse in and out of the blood tissue and vice versa. Capillary beds are found everywhere throughout the body, such that each cell is in direct contact or within a cell or 2 away from a blood capillary to adequately have nutrient and waste exchange. Any further away from a blood capillary and the cell would die. Capillary beds can have their blood flow managed by ring muscles called sphincters, limiting blood flow to certain areas, such as your fingertips on cold days, or directing blood to certain areas, such as your gut when you have just finished eating a meal.